Hello world and welcome back to my channel Honza's Collection for another Hot Toys 1/6 scale figure unboxing and review of the Spider-Man in upgraded suit. This is a figure from Spider-Man Far From Home, and today I am absolutely thrilled and excited for this unboxing because guess what? We have to start with a short story. Actually, it's a long story, but I will try to keep it as short as possible because I ordered this guy back in September 2020 at eShop called kghobby.com. It is an eShop which is based in Hong Kong. I've ordered already like 3 or 4 figures from them in the past. Everything was basically okay. But here in this case, something went wrong, and there was a delay and another delay and another delay, even though that the eShop was claiming that they have this figure in stock. So usually it takes more or less a month to take this from Hong Kong to the Czech Republic. But in this case, it got lost somewhere in the UK, and I don't really know what happened exactly, because like in the tracking system, it said that it has been already delivered, and it wasn't clear like to me at the first moment, but later on I found out that it actually says that it has been delivered, but I still didn't get the figure, right? So I wrote to the eShop and I explained them the situation, and I wanted to know what to do and what they can do, and I was trying to get some advices from more experienced collectors than myself, and it looked really bad for a long time, and the responses from eShop were very slow, and the lack of information was clearly visible from the emails, because usually it was something like, hold on, we are working on it, more or less. So like I thought that the package just has been lost and I will never see it again. So I was preparing myself for potentially ordering this guy for the second time somewhere else, because I knew that I want him in my collection so bad, that I was even open to pay for this for the second time. And I tried to get money back from them, and all crazy things. And it all started moving a little bit after the new year. So then I got another hope, because they started to claim that the figure is going back to Hong Kong actually. So I wasn't sure if it's good to trust them or not. And I also have seen a lot of bad reviews on this eShop, because a lot of people had similar issues. If you had some, let me know down in the comments below. I will be more than happy to read your stories. And but all of a sudden it finally arrived, and I had to pay once more for the delivery service. It wasn't a lot of money, so I was okay with it. Like, I was still mad, and after such a long time, like, I was furious. But the hope which I have received that I can finally get him was there. So after, wait for it, 9 months, I finally received the figure. This is definitely the longest time ever in my whole life. I have never waited for so long for something which has been in the eShop, in stock, ready to be delivered for 9 months. Like, unbelievable. So you can trust me now that I am more than excited to go through this. Currently I have this figure at home for a while now. So as you can see, I already have unboxed this, but don't worry, I will show you everything. And this is, in my personal opinion, one of the best figures, not only from the last year, but maybe I'm close to say one of the best figures of all time. So you can disagree with that, up to you, but I will try to give you as much arguments as possible to show you that this is really something special. So I will put Peter aside, and starting off with the box, as you can see, it's beautiful. And we have once again the Mysterio's head, and on the inside we have Spider-Man, and it's absolutely amazing. If you are one of the type of collectors who is trying to do some like diorama or like something with the boxes, then definitely you can do something with this one as well, because it's really nice. And if I would have the place where to put it other than my basement, I would definitely put it somewhere so that I can see it all the time. And it doesn't end here, because it works like this, and now you can see the whole picture. And I think you will say hell yeah with me as well, because it's just unbelievable how great it is. And then we have this open mechanism, so you can see the rest of the picture here. Then on the inside you have the tray with the figure and all the accessories. Then you can see how it looks on the sides. And that's more or less it. And I have been waiting for this unboxing for a while, because I also wanted to give you guys the best quality which I can deliver with my basic video shooting skills. So I have ordered Foldable Studio number 3, and hopefully you guys will be able to have better visual quality in this unboxing. So let's take a look at everything that he comes with. So as you can see, we have got a lot of stuff here, and also this guy, but I will show you details of him in a minute. And I want to show you how big how many options you actually have when you want to display him in your collection. So starting off with the base, we've got regular base here, and it is more or less like very similar base to the Spider-Man homemade suit from the same movie, and it has very similar colors, logo and everything, only this part is slightly different. And then we have the dynamic pole with this grabber, but it is also very stiff as usual, so I would recommend you to not use it for the figure, or maybe even use more foam there, because it can destroy the suit. And it already happened with my Spider-Man Mark IV, I think it's called Mark IV, the one from the video game, and yeah, you don't want that. But apart from that, we have also one more dynamic pole, and it looks like this. And we have this because you can also put the little drone at the end, so that it can look very dynamic, and that the drone attacks on the Spider-Man from a distance. So I'm sure that most of you are already familiar with the drones. We have seen them many times. They are very nice, sculpted and painted. A lot of scratches here and there, and It is basically the same version which we have over here. So this is a drone from the homemade suit. The big accessory, he can sit on it or whatever, while this guy is much smaller. In the movie, they were all like very similar, like but you have to use it like that. You have to play with the perspective that he's as big but somewhere far away. So you know, that's just for you to have a better idea how it looks. So that's the drone. Then we have the regular webs. So this is the same as we have seen many times with pretty much every Spider-Man from Hot Toys. So it's great that we have it, no complaints at all, but it's just for the purposes of this video, it's nothing special because we have seen this many times. Then we have the mask, and this is from some leather material, or like, actually I don't know what kind of material this is, but it's something similar like the suit, which is good. We have very small red dots on it, so it has some texture on it, and the eyes are they stitched them on the on this mask, and they are from some rubbery style material. You cannot really slide it on the head, which is unfortunate, but it is supposed to look like this, where he is wearing it in his hand, like to look like that he just put this off. Then we have the goggles here, and if you have seen the movie, you know how important these glasses or goggles are. They are very important. I don't want to spoil it for you, and they are from very thin metal, which is great, but it also means that it is very fragile, so be very careful with them. And also, by the way, if you want to put them on Tom Holland's head sculpt, he doesn't have any place for them behind his ears, so be careful, because you could potentially scratch the head sculpt, and you definitely don't want this. Or he can hold them in his hand, or Mysterio can hold them, you know, up to you. Depends on what type of scene you would like to portray. Then we have a bunch of hands, so just very quickly, like this hand is typical for crawling. This hand, like, it looks like that he wants to catch something, or he could potentially have a glass of coffee there, maybe. Like, it's like some relaxed hand. One more crawling hand. Then we have some fists. We have some web shooter hands, and or whipping hands, and here we have once again this mechanism that you can actually put away the black part. You can see how it has been split in the middle, so you will remove this, and then we have this little piece right here, so you will put it there, and then you can attach the web so that it looks like that he's shooting it from his hand, just like what you would expect from Spider-Man. Then we have this holding hand, so that is made for the cell phone, and then we have this one extra hand with the little hole on the both sides, and that is basically for this web, so you can attach it as well. And we also have this Victory V hand, and this is definitely my favorite, but there is one more issue with these hands, and that is the fact that if you would like to use this hand with the phone, and then the winning hand, and you would like to do a pose where he is doing some selfie with this funny gesture, you cannot really do this because these are the same hands. It is left hand, both of them, so you cannot really do that. But if you will use this hand instead, then you are good. So there's that. Then we have a bunch of eyes. Once again, as it looks as usual, so it can be as much open as you would like. We have some texture on the lenses, as you can see. So it's a nice touch. He can have a lot of expressions, and you also get this close eye plate. So it gives you much more options. Then we have this cell phone. So from this side, it is very straightforward. It's just there is nothing really, only like this small piece which should supposed to be a photograph, but it doesn't look as good as from this side, because here you can see, and I'm not sure if it's visible enough, probably not, because it's really teeny tiny. So I will read it out for you. Peter Parker says, on my way, 2 minutes. And MJ says, don't text and swing. So that really matches with the characters of both of them. So I really dig this. And then we have also these plastic pieces with magnetic ends right here, and you can show this for the flying. You can use it for the flying pose. I will show you that later on. And then we have this, and this is probably the most important accessory, which is a Tom Holland head sculpt. And I think that you can already see him there straight from the get-go. I would say it is one of the best head sculpts that Hot Toys have ever made. Like the hair are absolutely amazing. The face is on point. I can definitely see him there. No worries, no at all. Like, it's definitely him. I would love to see maybe even more head sculpts, most likely because this is the face of Tom Holland where he looks like that he is having frog in his mouth. So if you have seen him in the talk show, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, this is absolutely amazing. And yeah, if we would have one more where he is doing something crazy, that would be good. And by the way, I was hoping that once I will buy this piece, I will be able to put it on the homemade suit, which I will show you right now. Yeah, this is the one, because I don't really like this this head sculpt, as you know from the review which I did on the homemade suit before. But there is a neck part missing, so even though you will, even if you will put it away, and then you just don't have the neck to put it on this, so you can potentially lay it down, but it could easily fall off. And I have been told that the way how to solve this issue is just to order a stealth suit Spider-Man from Spider-Man Far From Home from Hot Toys, because I've been told that there is one extra neck piece, so then you can potentially put it on him. And even though I was planning not to buy this piece because I don't really like that type of suit, now I'm very tempting to do that, actually. So yeah, that's regarding all the accessories, and now let's take a closer look at the Spider-Man himself. Alright, so here we have him, and if I would show you Spider-Man just like this, then you would say, yeah, just a regular guy in a red and black suit, nothing really special there, but that would be so wrong, you have no idea. So I'm going to show you now why this is one of the best figures I have seen so far by Hot Toys, because there are multiple things which we can discuss. So first of all, if we will start with the red part, you can see once again small little dots on his suit, some texture which makes him very realistic, and I will try to experiment a little bit with the light so that you can see that better. Come on. Right. Now you should be able to see all the small dots, and that's not the end, because this spider on the chest, it has been glued to the suit. It has 3D feeling, so this black part is a plastic piece. This silver part, I have no idea what it is, but it is not painted. It is glued somehow to the suit, which is a nice touch. And then you can see that even the black part of the suit is very interesting, because there are a lot of things going on there. So for example, here you can see, hopefully you can see that, so there are some lines like this all the way to the top. Then we have this line, which is like an extra, and then we have this object, which is like, how to call it, like it is a triangle with the square. I don't even know how I should describe it. Hopefully you guys can see that. And then on the arms, it is very similar. So we have these lines, which like it looks like a little web on the top here. Then we have this nice extra red part. Then we have lines which are like this. So that's how it looks. Then we have another lines which are like this, and they are once again doubled. And then we have another lines which are like this. So a lot of things are going on, and then we have another nice paint job on the hands itself. So I'm afraid that you will not be able to see that on the camera, but trust me, in person it looks really realistic and interesting. And if we will go down, then here, like there is some texture, it looks like a pants, more or less. Then we have one texture like this. Then we have another one going like this on the thigh. Then we have another one right here, which is also like doubled. Then we have another type of the texture right here. And then we have this place here. So once again, very interesting touch. Then we have this extra spider on the back. And once again, there are some layers of the black, and I think it's just amazing. So even though that it looks very simple, it is actually very interesting design, and I'm super happy that I have it. And that's like these kind of small extra details are the reason why you are buying these high-end collectibles. Because if you would buy Spider-Man from, I don't know, Hasbro or Mattel or some toyetic figure, then you will definitely not see that on them. And it wouldn't be such a stretchy material as this one. So yeah, you are paying more money here, but you are also getting something extra. By the way, here you can see how it looks combined together, so that he can potentially shoot the webs somewhere. And then let's go to see how well he can potentially move. So starting off with the head like this, he has a separate neck, so you have some options there. Also, some people are complaining about this dot at the top. It is a little bit visible. It would be better if it would be somewhere here, for example, but that's not the case. I don't have a big issue with that, but some people do. Then if we will play with the hands, so they can go up on ratchets like this. They can go directly to his body like that, which is something extra, because usually like some of the Hot Toys figures are able to give the hands, for example, like this. So here you can attach it to the body. Then we have a swivel. We have double joint at the elbows and the regular 1/6 scale joint in hands. When it comes to the body, then this is the maximum you can get, and on the other side something like this. It's not as flexible as for example Homemade Suit or some Miles Morales figures, but it is still a lot. So with the feet you can do something like this. If you will, I wouldn't stretch it much more than this one. And once again, double joint at the knees, and here separate joint for the ankles, and some toe articulation, which is very needed on Spider-Man figures. So that's how it looks. And now I would like to show you some poses so that you can see why I think he has such a big shelf presence and why he is so great. So starting off with one of the classic poses of Spider-Man. So he is shooting something somewhere. He has drone behind him, which is ready to attack. And it is a dynamic pose. So you can already see the movement and the action in the pose. But I have more ideas than just this one. And like you have thousands of options with him, so you can do almost whatever you would like. So let's try something else. Alright, and now we have something slightly different. And I just wanted to use the flight pole and the dynamic stand for something a little bit different. And so now you can see how he can potentially interact with it. And it doesn't look as good or as bad as it could. I think it's kind of nice. And if you want to use your display stands while you still don't want to hurt your figures, this can be one of the ways how to do this. So let's try one more thing. So here we have Spidey, who is walking and reading some texts. He needed glasses for it, so he put them on, and he's like walking somewhere, probably texting to MJ. And by the way, one of the mistakes that this Spider-Man has are the parts around his ankles. So I will show you. This is how it looks. It's not as pretty, and somehow they already have been able to remove it with the Zombie Hunter Spidey, but in this case, in some poses this doesn't look as good as it potentially could, but it still doesn't mean that he's not amazing, because he is amazing, pun intended. Well, and this is another pose that you can use. So here we can see Spider-Man twice, same guy, different suits, and we are already playing with two droids, and you can see what I have been talking about when I was talking about the perspective of the drones. So another example. So here we have another pose. I know it looks kinda silly and strange, but I just couldn't find a way how to properly attach the flying suit on him together with the dynamic pole. So yeah, I wouldn't take much inspiration out of it, but I just wanted to give you some ideas and show you that potentially he can look somehow like this. But I'm pretty sure that if I would have more time to play with it, or you would have, then the effect would be much better. So let's try one more thing. So here we have one more diorama where I tried to mix everything together, all my Far From Home figures, which I have at this moment. So as I said, I'm still thinking about buying Stealth Suit in the deluxe, of course, and with the Iron Man from Far From Home, I'm not sure. I don't think I need him because, like, first time I have seen the movie, I haven't even realized that he was there, because it's some sort of cameo, like blink and you'll miss it. So I'm not sure if it's worth the money. But Stealth Suit, yeah, maybe one day. So I hope you guys like what you have seen, and if you are still considering to buy any Spider-Man to your collection from Hot Toys, I still believe that the upgraded suit is the best option so far, because we've been talking about some mistakes, but in general this Spider-Man is absolutely stunning. You have plenty of options how to display him, multiple accessories which you can use, and like everything is more or less basically on your own imagination and what you would like to achieve with him. So yeah, he's just amazing, and I definitely recommend him to everyone, at least until we have Tom Holland's Spider-Man from No Way Home with the big gold spider on his chest, but I suppose it will take some time, for around 2 years, unless we will see him. I have already pre-ordered him. Most likely he will be the ultimate Tom Holland Spider-Man, but as far as what we have right now, upgraded suit Spider-Man is the best. So if you did like this review, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, and click on like, and let me know down in the comments below what do you think, which Spider-Man's costume is the best, and I'm looking forward to see you all in the next video.